Now that authentic medical necessity is legally prescribed to me, there's no legal justification to accuse me of abuse. And the misdiagnoses from the past have since been debunked. Dr. John A. Nazarian finally stopped retaliating. He's less likely to get away with it now. He lied about why I reported him. It had nothing to do with what he didn't prescribe. I reported him for inflicting brutality upon me by forcibly drugging me. He didn't allow recovery. I went elsewhere to properly taper off of pharmaceuticals. I didn't report that he didn't prescribe what I wanted him to prescribe. I should have been discharged from community mental health affiliates and sent elsewhere long before I was. I should have been prescribed medicinal cannabis instantly when it was legalized in Connecticut in 2012. I can safely call out a corrupt social worker, Sarah Carlson Elwood. She probably won't retaliate because it's not like she could get away with it anymore. I finally am prescribed medicinal cannabis to treat post-traumatic stress disorder, so it's not like Sarah Carlson Elwood would be able to do anything about it. She misdiagnosed autism and post-traumatic stress disorder as schizoaffective bipolar disorder. I made it clear that a lot of trauma was caused by prescription drugs forced upon me, that every involuntary admission exacerbated post-traumatic stress disorder. Nothing about the PTSD or the autism was mentioned in the intake assessment. Throughout the intake, that was most of the subject matter, and I made it clear that medicinal cannabis was how I recovered while being forced to take prescription drugs. I was either inflicted while taking them or inflicted while withdrawing from them due to them not being tapered properly at the time. And Sarah Carlson Elwood lied in the intake assessment. I was misquoted. She recommended long-term commitment at Connecticut Valley Hospital. Unsanitary conditions and all, terrible place, lots of abuse, lots of torture. That's what she recommended. This person should be in some legal trouble. Medicinal cannabis is legal now. Criminally negligent conservator of estate, attorney Katrina Camara, didn't return my calls when I was harassed. She threatened to call the cops on me instead of the person harassing me. I was terrified. If she had returned my call the first time, I wouldn't have to call the second time. I was flabbergasted that she got that extreme with her criminal negligence. My life is in her hands and she doesn't care. Because she has my money, if I needed any necessities, I would presumably have to call her office, since my case manager at the time, Matt Quinn, wouldn't do his job. I had holes in my shoes because I walk a lot, and I was like, I'm not trying to wear worn out shoes. I was terrified to call the conservator because she threatened to call the cops on me instead of the person harassing me.